Now, I've been so excited to speak to this man. It is a little bit of a change of pace from the rest of the show. I've done a lot of interviews. I've been very blessed in my career with some incredible people from some, well, pretty out there places. But my next guest, I think, could almost take the cake for background anyway. Joining me now is Luke Hepworth, who describes himself as a global adventurer and adrenaline junkie with a philanthropic twist. That is quite a bio. Luke, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. What the hell are you doing and where are you?
Well, I'm climbing that. Well, not quite that, but I'm currently at Everest Base Camp, which you can see in the background behind me. And I'm going to summit Everest. That's my intent. So we head up in a couple of days.
Why?
Well, the traditional question is why. The answer is because it's there. No, it's been on my bucket list. I'm doing the 7 summits, which is the 7 highest mountains on each continent, plus skiing to the North and South Pole. And Everest is obviously the pinnacle.
Now, I've got to ask you again, why? What is it that appeals to you about this kind of torture?
Well, pushing your body's one thing. Pushing your mind is another thing. Please excuse the helicopter in the background. They're up and down this mountain all day, every day. But why? The main reason why is because you can push yourself really beyond your limits. Sometimes you don't even know what your limits are, and I endeavour to find out exactly what mine are whilst I'm currently on the mountain and trying to summit it.
You do this?
There is another reason, actually. There's another reason. It's the Sydney Children's Hospital Kids Cancer Centre, which I'm raising funds for.
So tell me about this kind of cause, because there are so many worthy causes. I know you do a lot for charity. It's something I'm very passionate about as well. Why sick kids? Is there a personal connection that you have?
There's not really a personal connection. A friend of mine's daughter had leukemia many years ago. That started my philanthropic journey. I've got 4 beautiful, very, very healthy nephews. They're certainly part of it. I've got many, many kids who call me Uncle Luke. The kids can't help themselves, unfortunately, and they obviously need the best care possible. And you know, it's a very, very heartbreaking story. Whenever I speak to any of the families who has a kid in hospital, I don't have kids of my own, and it's a passion for me to help others. So that's probably the reasons why.
Talk me through physically and mentally what you envisage you will go through. I know you've done so much training, but nothing can emulate the kind of conditions that you will face.
Well, the body, firstly, the lactic acid building up in your legs is huge. Shortness of breath, obviously you feed your body when you're breathing, but at altitude it's very, very difficult to breathe. So the body's going to be pushed through all sorts of different things. You're physically climbing up walls, you're crossing ladders, you're doing all of this in extremely cold conditions. It's currently -15 here at base camp. You probably wouldn't notice that. But whilst you're doing all of that, you're starving yourself of oxygen. And that's exactly, as I said before, what your body needs to keep going. The mind is, it'll just go off in all kinds of different directions. The challenge is there. You look up and you think you've gone 100 metres and you might have gone 2. So it's a constant battle. We climb at night as well during the coldest time of the evening through the Khumbu icefall here. That's at its safest point in time when it's all frozen. So yeah, you're following, in a group, there's 6 of us in my group. We'll be walking together, but everyone walks at different paces. So the mind will do different things. I've got some music pumping through the ears from JBL. They're one of my proud sponsors and supporters. So yeah, hopefully just be able to zone out a little bit, but also not zone out too much, because it's a very, very dangerous mountain. You want to hear the mountain move. There are avalanches, there are cracks and creeks in the ice. So that's part of the excitement and part of the fun, to be perfectly honest.
Can I ask you, Luke, did you ever consider potentially selling Freddos or raffle tickets as a way to help instead?
Yeah, certainly have. That's not for me.
Yeah, I thought that might be your answer.
Well, you know what? Everyone's got their thing, and I think everyone's got their thing. The Sydney Children's Hospital asked me to climb Kilimanjaro as their first international climb, and I did that in 2019. I've been chasing mountains ever since. The pandemic slowed me down a little bit, but not enough to stop and sell chocolates and cookies, unfortunately.
Now, I've got two more questions. The second last one is, how can people support you? So how can they get online and donate money?
That would be fantastic and greatly appreciated. Probably the best thing to do is we can give you the link to sydneychildren'shospital.org.au/Luke Hepworth, or jump on Luke Hepworth on Luke Hepworth _ on Instagram. There's going to be links through there. You can follow my journey, and plenty of photos and all the exciting good stuff. But if you can support, that would be greatly appreciated. There's some sponsors and supporters on there who are giving away some great prizes too. Thank you, Paley and Mont Blanc, my two majors. We've got some products we're bringing back, and we're going to auction those off later in the year.
Now, Luke, I know that my viewers will fall in love with you. You are such an impressive man doing wonderful things, not just for yourself, but for other people. They're going to Google you. And what comes up more than anything else is Julie Bishop's rumoured new boyfriend. And yes, I know that tabloids get it wrong sometimes. I get it. But can you please respond to those articles now on my show, Luke?
There you go. Julie and I are wonderful mates. We're not a couple, but we are wonderful mates. Thank you very much. And she's a great supporter of my work. We work well together, and we're going to do a few things for children's health. So wait and see.
She is an incredible woman. Yes, you are right. You are an incredible man. Best of luck. We hope that you make it up there and back, more importantly, safely. And thank you very much for sharing your journey with us.